Creative Pages with Catherine Live. I'm Catherine, and we are going to work on the second Earth Day bonus sketch from the Creative Memories virtual crop. And I'm going to be using the Tropic Time collection this time for this sketch. So again, we're going to be using up some scraps, and I kind of put my own little twist on things. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show y'all what I've done, and we are going to make it into a 2-page layout as well. All right, here we go. So our sketch is this one here. Oops. And you can see where they have a lot of little, they're kind of like longer strips running through the page. And this one also is based on a blog post that is linked in the description box below the video on YouTube. So if you want to check out the original blog post for this sketch, you absolutely can. But I wanted to show you my interpretation of it and use up some of my extras from the Tropic Time collection. So I have some mats I've cut, and I have two of 4x6 that's with this paper, and you're going to see this paper a good bit because I am using up as much of the paper as I can, as many scraps as I can, and then I do have 4 of these, so we're going to have 3 pictures on each page. This one has these are, what did I say? 4.5 by 4.5. Okay, so there we go. That's our mats for both pages. Our base is going to be, I need to move these out of the way because we're going to do this as a 2-page layout. And I need to show you side by side a little bit here. So I do have the same sheet for my base on both sides. It has the little flowers on the back. And then, oops, here we go. So I was inspired by, let's get this actually on the camera for y'all. I was inspired by this little crinkly look that looked like you could use your Ducko blade or your scallop blade or whichever blade, your Victorian blade, on your 12-inch trimmer to create something a little bit different. And then I also decided I really wanted to use my Monstera leaf punch as well, and I did it as a double because part of the challenge that they put in our Facebook group is to use a layout with leaves, which of course our base even has leaves all over it. But I just thought it would be fun to add some extra leaves as well. And I did use the same paper. So I used the you can see the backside here. Whoops. So it's this lighter one is the highlight one. It has the bright colored tropical look on the backside of it. And then the green that's here has the green stripes on the back, which is the darker leaf that I put on the front here. So instead of putting the strips of paper across, I just opted to go ahead and grab my scallop blade, and I went ahead and I cut after I punched using my scallop blade with strips, and I kind of figured out what would help me use up the rest of my paper and decided to run them all the way across because then otherwise basically I'm just creating extra strips, and I thought, well, why not? The whole idea is to use up some of the paper, so let's just go ahead and run it across the whole page. So I have 3 1.5-inch by 12-inch strips is what this is, these 3, and complementary papers. And then I punched 6 with the Monstera leaf border punch, and then I layered them on top of each other. And then because we have them running from the different sides, I thought, well, let's run our leaves on one end and let's run our scallops on the other, and let's, make it a little unique and interesting, use up some paper and come up with something a little bit different as well. So I'm going to grab my parchment board and go ahead and start sticking down some of these. Like I said, I went ahead and put these together first because it was just a little bit easier, not as stressful as doing it on a live stream, I guess. Trying to save my sanity here a little bit, knowing that we'd be coming in from being out this weekend again a little bit. So let me put this kind of towards a little bit more towards the top part of the page. I think we're going to leave about a half an inch or so from the top of the page here, from the top part of the leaf going across. And let's see if we can line this up here. Let me get my pages together again here. Oops. Maybe it's closer to a 1/4 inch. I'll have to get out my ruler and measure it for you all. Give me just a moment here. Get that lined up. Here's my ruler. This is, you know what, it's actually 1/4 inch. It's not a 1/2 inch, it's 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to actually set my ruler on this side here. And that way I'll know when I'm putting this other one down to make sure to do it at a 1/4 inch. And then we'll get the other leaf one going across as well. So let me line this up here, and then I'll get my leaf in just a moment. So 1/4 inch going across. There we go. And actually, it's probably just as well I have my ruler out, because then I can center my center pieces as well, because I'm using the wrong tape runner, which is never as good, but it's with them being layered, you can't tell as much, which is kind of nice. All right. But I love our zero centering ruler because the zero is in the middle, so you always know where the center of your page is. Okay, these are running this way. I'm gonna make sure I get them running the same direction so the paper flows nicely. Okay, I can see where I got the tape runner on here, so give me just a second to fix this. I'm just gonna use my fingernail and fold it under. You can get your multi-purpose tool and basically accomplish the same thing. All right, so roughly a 1/4 inch from the bottom of the page here, going across. There we go. Very nice. All right, so there is that one. And now let's run this one through the center here. Get the correct tape runner again. Goodness gracious. Okay, so there's the 0. I'm going to just run it straight across from there, and I'm going to have it running in the same way I had the other ones going in. It looks like I need to trim off just a little bit from this one because it's off the page ever so slightly, even though it's on this end. I must have just gotten them off just a hair when I was putting them together. So let me just take my microchip scissors and give that a quick snip. And there you go. Love it. Paper is always so easy to fix. And now this last one with our scallops going across here. Oops. All right. And I did just like adding that extra little layering strip, and I'm going to bring my ruler over on this side as well, just to make sure I'm getting things centered here too. And it was just a little bit off. So let me line that up just a little bit better here. Here we go. Okay. All right. Now we're ready for some mats. At least I think we're ready for mats. There we go. So like I said, these are the 4.5 inch squares, just because, again, like I said, I was trying to use up some paper, and I think these fit pretty nicely above and below our punched part there. We're going to run this one over it a little bit on this other side. And again, over here, it's going to be a little bit on the, well, let's see here. And you could use the opposite side of the paper, but I just thought it didn't pop as much. I liked it with the, even though we have the little 1/2 inch piece here running through here. Okay, so that is about where we've got it. So you can see they do kind of have the pictures offset also kind of in a triangle shape as well on our sketch. So that's kind of the look I'm going for here. Let's go ahead and get these down. And like, I don't know. Second guessing myself here. I think I do like it this way better. I think I did try it both ways the other day when I was putting these together, but I wasn't able to actually live stream it. So now I'm trying to remember what I had planned out for myself from the other day. I think it was Friday that the sketches came out. It feels like it was a lifetime ago. Almost. Not quite. So oh. Okay, so I've also picked out some A sticker. I really liked this one. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to switch them. Well, that's okay. This one I think might work. I think it was going to come up from here. Actually, I think originally I was thinking about running it down here, but when I had this one, I had more space to actually put it down here. So if you do decide to do the layout, you can rearrange things. And also here, actually, Marian, I'm going to put your question in. So she's asking, what about putting the photo mats under the punched border? And yeah, you could do that as well, and then put your photo on top, because you do want your photos to be on top of the later, because the photos are going to be your main focus of the page anyways. So, but yeah, absolutely, you could do it that way as well. I think I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this. I may not even use this one now, but I did one of the things to use up some of the extra paper was I also punched from our, oh, what is this flower called again? I think it's the mandevilla. I saved the boxes. Hang on. Oof, I put them so I can reach them. Yep, mandevilla. So we're gonna put some of these together as well. I'm not gonna put them on where the photos are. I just wanted to put it up here so I could see what I punched. So we can layer them where we mix and match the colors, or we can layer them so where you have the same colors together. I don't think I actually have any of this yellow. I've got a blue, I've got a green, but that's pretty. That would be pretty with the yellow. Okay, so let me grab my parchment board again. And I don't know why I'm flipping it over here. Goodness gracious. Let me just put a little bit of repositionable tape on both of these. Layer it up here, because I was thinking we definitely needed something up in this corner. So we're going to go ahead and get some flowers going. I kind of like these two together with the different colors as well. And I'm just kind of putting the tape on, and then I'm going to just arrange them however it looks nice. So we'll do a trio in the corner here. Do we have, yeah, we have a third print, which is the print that's on that one. We need it to go with something. Maybe we'll actually just put it together. Nope, that doesn't look right. Well, we'll just put it together. Okay. This like this. All right. It's kind of almost like doing a little puzzle on the fly here real quick. All right, we want to make sure it's on the page, and it's okay if we're going to layer these on top of each other a little bit, because then it looks like our blooms are really blooming together. Okay, so Marian was saying on the left with the, oh, under, yes, that could absolutely work. I was like, okay, sorry about that. Just took me a second because I was all in flower mode. But yes, you absolutely could get these underneath the the border. You could even put the border on foam squares and go ahead and put that over, so then that way when you go to put your picture on, it won't be in the way for that either. So I'm going to add, I think maybe I'm going to go ahead and do a small foam square on this one over here and not have it with the other part of it. Just kind of to add a little bit of interest up here as well. I don't know if I want to add it with that color. I think I actually like these two together. So I'm going to go ahead. Oops. Hang on, that flipped. Oh, they were the same. Okay, this is just the paper turned around. All right. I missed that the first time through with the other one. There we go. So this one's just going to go a little bit under here with this here. And I've got a couple of these, but only one of these as well. So maybe we'll put this other one on a foam square as well and just kind of make it a little bit even. And then I'm going to take a look at our stickers. There we go. And we'll get this layout finished up here. So like I said, I liked these florals as well. Like it just really adds to the tropical vibe. I just don't know if putting it on top of with the borders on here makes sense. Maybe I will put that one up here because I really did like this one. And it worked with the colors because it has the lighter peach tone as well in it. So let's go ahead and we're just going to put it on the page here. Add a little extra color. And then I did pull out part of one of our sticker sheets because I was looking at these little flowers as well to add to our other ones. And we might just add this little pop of, here, in fact, I'm going to stick this in the center of this blue just to bring it all together. Add that extra orange that was over here as well. A little bit more. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're done. All right. Here we go. So this is the left side of the page. And I appreciate your suggestion, Marion, on running these underneath the border because then, yes, you would get the best of both worlds. You'd have your photo and your border. And then here is the right side of the page. Just kind of to complement the left as well. So there we go. I hope you all enjoyed my interpretation of our sketch with our Earth Day challenge. I have one more coming pretty soon here. I've got it ready to go. So we might as well go ahead and knock it out and get it done. So I will see you all again soon. Until next time.